Time to spin the gears again, cause So You Pick is back. But for the return, who should I pick for the So You Pick? You know what? I haven't done a blazblue character yet. Crazy. What? I said blazblue character, not blazblue game. And besides, I really don't count BB Tag as a blazblue game. That's like considering Capcom vs SNK as a Street Fighter game. But anyway, let's do blazblue. And you know what? I got the perfect character for the first blazblue. So, you picked
Ragna the Blood Edge.
Ah yes, the main protagonist of blazblue. And off first glance, you would not think that, because, I mean, look at him, he looks like the bad guy. But you gotta also remember, this is Arcs, where their other game, the main protagonist's name is literally Bad Guy. Anyway, Roger looks like your stereotypical anime delinquent, and he kinda does act like that, but along the way, instead of fighting for revenge, he starts fighting for his friends. And he has a really cool sword. As Ragnar, your job is to do a ton of burst damage, because man, this dude hits hard and got some pretty good, decent combos. Sadly, his health is low, but luckily his drive helps him out with that, so let's go ahead and talk about his drive. Ragnar's drive is one of the most simple, yet good drives in the game. It's just a simple attack, but it comes with a dark aura that gives him back his HP. Granted, it doesn't really give him that much back, but he's gonna use this in every single combo. So every time he does hit you, there's a good chance that he's gonna get some health back. And that adds up in the long run. And also supers and specials that involve the drive also give him back his HP. And bonus, it still gives you HP on block. Now Ragnar's special moves fall under the Shoto type. He's very similar to Soul Bad Guy, which is the other protagonist in the other fighting game. But he has 3 approaching moves, which is Hell's Fang, Gauntlet Hades, and Blood Scythe. Now, all 3 of them come differently, and all of them come with their useful ways, like Hell's Fang. Hell's Fang basically makes him lunge across the screen. It covers a good amount of ground, more than half, but not full screen. So it's really good, and it's safe on block. I mean, it's -4, but then most attacks are 5 frames, so... But he cannot up block after the additional attack to it because he will get punished after that. That is not safe on block. But it's a pretty good, decent move. You're going to see it a lot in his bread and butter, which is just A, B, C, D to Hell's Fang. So yeah, that's his go-to move. I mean, it's pretty decent. The other move, Gauntlet Hades, is his overhead version. Now, this one is kind of reckless, but it's a good combo extender. Because the second part to it, the axe kick, the follow-up, timed perfectly, you can do other combos. But doing it way too early, they'll recover. It takes a lot of practice to learn how to get the axe kick out just right so you can do combos with it. But it's still a decent move. And the last one, Blood Scythe, is basically a jumping overarching attack with the scythe mode of the sword. It's a pretty good move. It jumps over a lot of attacks and it does a hard knockdown. But oddly enough, the way it looks, it's not an overhead. Yeah, you would think that move was an overhead, but it's not. But you can follow up with some good moves after that on a counter hit. And what would a Shoto be without his projectile? Actually, he'd be Sean. Now, let's get back to that. So of course, being a Shoto, he has a DP, and his is called Inferno Divider. I like the name of that one. But he has 2 variants of it. The regular one where he just does the uppercut with the sword, and of course, the drive version where he gets HP back. So if you know you got a clear hit with it, do the drive version because you want to get health back. But almost like all his other attacks, these have additional follow-ups where he can go into a uppercut and then either to a wall punch or a heel kick. I recommend the heel kick because again, the heel kick is the drive version and will give you health back. The straight punch will cause a wall bounce, but unless you do a rapid, they're going to recover by the time you can hit them again. So it's somewhat useless for intermediate. So again, go with the axe kick, get that health back. Now let's get back to that projectile, Dead Spike. Now in the original games, that thing didn't go nowhere. It stayed in front of him. If anything, it was like more of an anti-air because it went like upwards. But now they use it more as a projectile. It's very, very similar to Soul Bad Guys. And the great thing about this, he can dash cancel. So now you can apply pressure in the corner, and if you hit them with Dead Spike, you can cancel dash and then hit him with the anti-air or the launcher, whichever he wants to call it now. It's actually both. But you can go with that and then follow up with a air combo. And let's talk about some air combos. He has one great air move that he got, and it's called Nightmare Edge, where he just comes crashing back down to the ground, and of course he has a follow-up to it, which gives him back his HP. Man, this dude would be really good in League of Legends with all this lifesteal. But yeah, Nightmare Edge is a really good ender to air combos. You can either use that or Inferno Divider in the air. They're both pretty decent damage enders. And his last move, Not Over Yet. It's one of my favorite moves. This man picks you up off the ground and basically says it's not over yet and continues to beat your ass. It's really good on certain attacks, like for example his down drive, you can pick them up after that, and on counter hit Blood Sipe you can also do it right after that. And you can usually use Rapid to go into a new combo or just do your super right afterwards. But we'll get more into that. Actually, we'll get into that now. So for his supers, or distortion drives as they call it in this game, he has Carnage Scissor, which is basically a full screen lunge attack into a superpower hit. And the great thing about this, it ignores projectiles. So if the character you're going against is spamming projectiles, you can just fly across all of that and punish him with Carnage Scissors. It's really, really good. And you can delay it, or matter of fact, just straight up cancel it. So if you counter hit him, they stay stunned long enough for you to do a good air combo. But be careful with that because they have burst. They can just burst out of the combo. So you're better off now just doing Carnage Scissor and just doing the hit. Because again, also, lifesteal. The ending hit does a good amount of lifesteal. And for his second super, Devoured by Darkness. Now originally, you couldn't do this move until you activated his install, then you was able to do this move. But now, thanks to the power of his friend, he don't need his install no more to do this move. And it's a pretty good, decent move. It's basically a grab, well not even a grab because you can block it, but he grabs the opponent and then he just straight absorbs the HP. You get a good amount of lifesteal from this move, but it's kind of hard to catch because most of Ragna's moves knock them away. So once you try to activate this move, they get knocked too far away, and that's why you usually go for Carnage Scissor because it goes after the opponent. This one, after most combos, you have to make sure they're in the corner or this will not catch. But all in all, it's still a decent move. Both supers are good in their own different ways, but this one is the stronger super but harder to catch. So of course you're most likely gonna end up doing Carnage Scissor unless they're in the corner. Well, I already told you about his bread and butter, A, B, C, D to Hellsfang, which again is really good. And if you have the meter for it, just go A, B, C, D, super, which again is a really good bread and butter move. Another good move is his down drive into It's Not Over Yet, which really is really useful. It's a good mix up, and again, if you have meter, you can just go into your super with it. Now for his grab, for now the best thing to do is just do his DP out of it. Once you get the hang of it, you can do Gauntlet Hades and time the second part, so you can do an even better combo from it. Does a little bit more damage, but you know, a little bit more damage comes a long way when it comes to fighting games. Also, one of the best things to do is when you're fishing for a counter hit is his crouching heavy. It stuns them long enough to do your forward heavy, which is a launcher, and go into your air combo, which you can do a good amount of damage with. Also, speaking about air combos, his forward light, or forward A, it completely ignores all air attacks, so you can just say uppercut out of the air and then go into your air combo. It's pretty good. Ragna is a well-rounded character who's really good up close and has enough options to where he can fight in the middle and get in your face. Oddly enough, usually well-rounded people don't have extremely low health, but then again, Ragna's whole kit is life-stealing, so it kind of balances itself out. All in all, Ragna needs blood to give him his edge. Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in back to So You Pick. It's probably a lot of missed sayings in this video, and I probably know y'all noticed my tone changing in and out. It's because my daughter got sick, and then guess who she got sick right after she got sick? Yep, but I was like, I am on a time schedule. I'm trying to make this comeback in February, so I try to persevere through it. But I'm pretty sure I missed some of these edits. But thank you for watching. I will do better next time. Bye bye.